And as Russian aerial assaults on Ukraine intensify, President Volodymyr Zelensky says that him and US President Donald Trump have agreed to work together to bolster Ukraine's air defenses. During their 40-minute phone call on Friday, Zelensky and Trump agreed to arrange meetings between their teams to strengthen Ukraine's air defense capability, including joint production of systems like the Patriot missile. Trump said he discussed the possibility of sending Patriot air defense missiles to Kyiv days after he paused critical arms shipments to Kyiv following a routine review of US military needs and global defense priorities.
Yeah, I'd like to see it happen. I don't want to see 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 soldiers killed every week. And you have other people, but for the most part, so far it's been mostly soldiers. And they're Ukrainian soldiers and they're also Russian soldiers. But it's 5,000 souls. And they're being killed every single week. So it's really higher than that now.
Zelensky described the Russian strikes deliberately massive and cynical. These strikes targeted drone research centers, airfields, oil refineries and ammunition depots across the country.
It was a rocky start to the day, with more than 500 Russian attack drones and missiles. Difficult, but a significant number were shot down. Regrettably, some struck their targets. Interceptor drones demonstrated important performance today. Dozens of Shaheds were taken down specifically by interceptors.
Now, Russia launched these strikes just hours after a phone call between Trump and Russian President Putin ended without any breakthrough. Trump said that he is unhappy about his talk with Putin and added that he discussed sanctions with the Russian president.
We talk about sanctions a lot, yeah.
What does he say?
I would say he's not thrilled with it, but, he's been able to handle sanctions, but these are pretty biting sanctions. Now, we talk about sanctions a lot, and he understands that it may be coming, and, he's a professional.
Now, Moscow claims these strikes were retaliation for what it called Ukrainian terrorist activities. Russian Defense Ministry claims to have destroyed 48 Ukrainian drones over 5 Russian regions, including Rostov, Belgorod and St. Petersburg. Now, the Kremlin says it sees no immediate political solution to the conflict and insists it will continue what it calls its special military operation.
A political and diplomatic settlement is impossible without eliminating the root causes of the conflict, as President Putin once again said during yesterday's telephone conversation with President Trump.
Now, Ukraine has started ramping up its domestic weapons production troops from the 13th Kharkiv Brigade and say that the new Ukrainian-made Bogdana 155mm howitzers are outperforming their Soviet-era counterparts. Germany is stepping in and is in talks with the US to purchase more Patriot missile systems for Ukraine, hoping to bridge the gap left by the pause in American aid. Meanwhile, Moscow and Kyiv exchanged another batch of prisoners of war as well on Friday.
Ви зачекали, хлопці.